Hello, beautiful people. Mic check, mic check. How you doing? Hit that like button. Good to see you. Happy Monday morning. Unironically, we are gathered here today to talk about all of the things revolving around Clipse shaking the table. Shaking the table. Hello to everybody who's watching. Welcome. Hit the like button. Shout out to the best mod squad on the internet doing the damn thing. Much appreciated to those of you who can be here. Shout out to the replay gang for anybody who can't be here with us live. Shout out to all of the subscribers here on YouTube. Y'all be doing the damn thing. Shout out to all the members on YouTube and Patreon and all of the supporters on Substack. Shout out to everybody who is helping to celebrate, 1 year of goodness here on this channel. Joanne, Tammy, Jennifer, Nicole, Robin, Demetrius, Angie, Nora, Brittany B, Fateless, Kaylee, Fiona, Dennis, Charlie, Cassidy, It's Art with Words, Dominique, you can see behind me. Right down there, Princy's new heated bed. If you want to help us celebrate 1 year of all the wonderful things, you can contribute to the 1 year gift list. Buy me lunch. We'll talk about Princy in the LBG because I got some updates on what's been going on around here, but we'll save them. Let's continue into shout out mode because I want to shout out these two gentlemen right here. Who's that, y'all? Who's that? Friends of the channel. Skip and DJ over at We Are Deciphered. First of all, if you have not seen their reaction to Let God Sort 'Em Out, it's the best on the internet. So says me. I said that first. I just want to be clear. I said that first, okay? But these wonderful gentlemen had a live over the weekend. Wonderful conversation. But also, they shocked the hell out of me. They shocked the hell out of me when on the live, they both popped up with Bloodlines and battle rhymes. I was literally squealing here at my desk, clapping like a happy little girl. I was so genuinely shocked. DJ had said something as they were getting ready to go live in the chat about getting the book because he made a reference to something that's in the book that let me know that he actually had the book. And then he held it up and started talking. And then Skip ran out of the room and came back and he had the book. I was like, this is crazy. So yes, I would shout out to them for that. That was really awesome. I appreciate their support and I appreciate them, I just appreciate them, period. But yes, if you haven't seen their reaction to Let God Sort 'Em Out, it's the best on the internet. I said that first. And then Malice weighed in as well. I mean, that happened. Malice said, I got something to say. And let me tell you something. Story time. Story time. So this got posted in the Discord last night. I'm in Washington and they're in Alabama. So time difference, right? But I shot them an email with a screenshot of this. And I was like, this is so awesome. Congratulations. Right? Assuming that they knew that this had happened. They did not know. So guess who got to tell them, y'all? I got to be the one to tell them. And the responses back were short, but full of energy, glee, joy, happiness, gratitude. Um, so I was like, well, good luck falling asleep. Because this was at the end of the day for them. It was just evening hours for me. Oh God. So yeah, this is so awesome and so well deserved because as I said first, such a great reaction. So shout out to them. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. When I got the email back, like, we didn't even know. I was like, what? So yeah, well deserved recognition. Well deserved. I think they should. I was gonna say this in the email, but I didn't want to send them over the edge. I'm sure their minds were already just like racing and just flooded with so many things. But one of the things that they were talking about during the live is, the progress of the channel and plans that they have for things. And, we all get our who the fuck is Luther shirt soon. I'm real excited about that. I know you are too. Think I'm playing. I will be wearing that shirt on this channel. I sure will. Hip hop lives here. Yes, I'm ready for that. I will be wearing it. I sure will. But oh gosh. I'm not sure which part of the reaction it is in particular, but you see Malice had 63,000 things in his stories. And what's funny is earlier in the day, we got caught up on something else in his stories, which was the pan of rock crab claws. We did some math on the cost of the crab. He had a 6 p.m. in Virginia post. Yeah, King. We caught that. We had a whole conversation about it in the Discord yesterday. And then we resumed the conversation, in metaphor this morning in the Discord. So yeah, that was a couple ticks back. But then eventually somebody in the Discord got to, oh my God, Skip and DJ are on Malice's Instagram stories. And I was screaming and happy clapping just like I was when I saw this. Yeah. So, yeah, plug to them. The crabs with no claws, just a tray full of expensive crab claws. I was like, it's giving, I'm rich, bitch. So yeah, this was a treat and I appreciate them for that. But this was really special. This is really special. This is a marker. It's a marker. So yeah, otherwise, child, they're all in shambles. And yes, I'm spending a little bit of time letting us get some folks in there. We got 100 folks in here now. Make sure you got them likes up. We are going to watch the video. No, I haven't watched the video. Yes, it's queued up. I was planning on having, so I was thinking, I'll have a live Monday in the afternoon, evening. And then I saw DJ and Skip were going to have a live, and I was like, well, no, I'm not going to have a live because I want to listen to what they're going to talk about. So I was like, I'll scrap that. Maybe I'll get to it earlier in the day, which, hi, I'm here. We got to it. But then I think they scrapped their live because if you don't know, Clipse is having a fucking live today. These niggas are just... This is the combine of rollout and promo. This is the combine of rollout and promo. Storm Cloud is traumatized. Let me help you out, baby. Let me help you out. I got you. Is that better? That's better. This is the combine of rollout and promo. They ain't got to have a live listen session again with us on the internet, more close and intimate and personal, like, right? Yeah. Not Apple, not Apple Music. No. No. I said, let's have a community session. Nigga. You literally got motherfuckers crying and you're talking about, let's circle up. Oh, I RSVP'd so fucking fast. I RSVP'd immediately. Kiki said, yeah, okay. I mean, let's talk about it then, fam, because I wanted to name. So before they dropped the video, I was going to have the live this morning, probably in the next hour or so. And then something came off my schedule, and then he tried to come back on my schedule, and I was like, "Oh, boo boo, I got booked that fast." But anyway, before they dropped the video, I was going to have the live this morning, and the live was going to be called "Beat Justin Bieber with Chains and Whips." I was like, and I went ahead and chalked it up like, I'm not going to be able to get a high monetization score on that one because I'm not changing the title. Yes, it alludes to violence. I'm not going to argue with them about it's a play on a song title. No. Yes, it alludes to violence. It sure does. It sure does allude to violence because what the good goddamn. What the good goddamn. This boy done lost his fucking mind. And I'm just so. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm just so sick of it. Let me see if I'm pretty sure I know I do, as a matter of fact, because I saw it in my files and I was like, I'm irritated that I even had to snag it. This clown. Okay, so Che, we're going to come back to this. Che says, I'm so glad they're having a listening party when I'd be awake this time. It's what happens when grown folks make music. They make it for grown folks hours. I can't wait to see what their show times are for their tour. But anyway, yes. Okay. What in the Delulu white boy is this? T Bella emptied what clip? If you don't know, Justin Bieber dropped an album. And instead of focusing on that, he decided to talk shit about, he said, this album is way better than Clipse. Clipse is for bitter grown men who collect cans, what is it? Cans dolls and shop at Kith and Urban. What the fuck is he talking about? Cos dolls. I can't see it, child. I ain't got my glasses on and it's tiny. It's so small. Cause designed the album cover. And so, right, right. Doesn't Drake have Cause dolls? What are we talking about? What the fuck is he talking? And then the one thing that I just love. Let's just start from the top and work our way down. Okay, let's not skip over the first thing he says. Justice is served with the Christian cross as the T for justice. Justin Timberlake has to be the most empty Christian motherfucker on the planet. He really thinks he's tortured, like Jesus. You are not tortured. This is all self-inflicted. You're not a child. You're a grown-ass man with a wife and a child. And millions of dollars at your disposal. You're not a victim of a fucking thing. Not at this big age. Nope, not at this big age. He's got to be the most self-persecuted, empty, faithless motherfucker who's constantly screaming about Jesus. Did I say Justin Timberlake? If I did, same. Justin Bieber. This is some Kanye. It's an equivalent of Kanye level bullshit. Of just, first of all, you don't even go here. Just because you paid a nigga to be on a song on your album means nothing. It's not a pass. It's not a bridge. It's not an invitation. You don't even fucking go here. You are not. This is Wakanda. You don't fucking go here. Why the fuck are you fixing your face and your fingers to talk about the leaders of the Jabari clan? Why are you doing that? Huh? Colonizer, why? What the fuck? You want to talk about out of left field? Stay out of rappers' business. You specifically, stay out of rappers' business. He said his album is better than Clipse, and then said Clipse is for bitter old men who have no art and fashion taste. I'm paraphrasing. It's hard to see on the screen, and it appears it's gone now. Hi, V. Connolly. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. 2025, they still moving on some scary shit. K-Dot was warning us that those weirdo shenanigans would continue. Sure enough, Nate Hugo coming through with the $9 support. $10 support. Thank you, beautiful. Happy Monday, y'all. Absol, what's your favorite track off the album? Have a good day, y'all. Stay blessed. Man, Inglorious Bastards has me in a good chokehold. Chains and Whips also has me in a good chokehold. I want to see them. I can't wait to see what they licensed that song for, because that song is also Murder in the Strip Club. Mm, mm, mm. I love it so much. Oh, oh. Yeah, I've got very few outright skips. For me, it's just the order in which I want to hear things to get up to So Far Ahead or So Far Behind. Which is it? So Far Ahead, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, I listened to that all weekend. Island Girl, thank you for the $10 support. To think SZA brought him out with empathy and you do this, you do not get a pass because you have a troubled past, future, and present. When you become an adult, you become responsible for parenting. Whatever was missed for your inner child. We don't all have the privilege of resource to be able to do that. We get by with what we have. We do our best. This is a able-bodied white man with millions upon millions of dollars. Demetrius, thank you, beautiful. Well, hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Happy Monday indeed. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, it's just the whole album to me is just really refreshing. It's just so refreshing. That's genuinely how I feel about it. It just feels like, oh, God. I'm not the only one out here telling these little bitches, go over there and cry about it. I don't want to hear it. I love that. I love that indeed. Pull yourself together. I mean, just watching how they handled the Breakfast Club interview, which I definitely did not watch all of it because I cannot fucking stand Leonard's Maine Coon ass. I just cannot. He is such trash to me. The sound of his voice just hopscotches on my last goddamn nerve. So, but just watching that, watching Malice just, I told y'all that head posture and eyes look up while his head is cocked down at you. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a grown man snatch up another adult male and hold him against the wall by his throat. But that's the vibe, you know? It's very, very yeah. just it's just motherfucker, I'm sick of you. That's what it is. I'm sick of you. He could have not spoken to Leonard for 16 fucking years. But he knows because he watches his brother and he watches the industry and he watches he watches how the game plays out. He's made that very clear. He's been paying very close attention. And he knows people play on Push's silence. And as his brother, it irritates the shit out of him. Because he knows that they take that silence as weakness. And he knows that it's not weakness, it's discipline. And then he has his own fucking feelings. I don't like you. I don't like you. You be on some bullshit. If you have to dance around and set things up in such a way, and clip of this and a clip of that, he damn near called him a minstrel. Call me Vicky. Attention. The cookout officially closed and will not be reopened. Dear Black people, can we stop sending out these pathetic invites for the most mundane things already? Also, if they show up on the periphery, just like, oh, hi, I'm Nancy. Get the fuck on, Nancy. Get the fuck on. The answer is no. He doesn't even snap at him. He's so calm. Hello, we are Deciphered. I gushed and gogged about y'all at the beginning of this live, pretty much. Pretty much opened up with that. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. So, yeah. Don't disrespect Remick. Don't disrespect Remick. He didn't really snap on him. That was the thing. It was calm. It was, he just turned and looked at him and was like, what is the matter with you? But the energy, no mistaking. No mistaking the energy coming off of his body towards that man was force choke against the wall. And it reminded me of what he has said about, well, like Travis and Drake, and like, they're not real. And they're not men. I was like, that is the expression and energy coming off of him towards Leonard. You pathetic little biscuit head hoe cake boy. You think I'm gonna let you pull at my draws? No, you go hoe yourself. I'm not the one. That has 0 fucks to give. 0 fucks to give. I'm here because y'all are on the obligatory fucking circuit for talking and promoting shit. But if you think I'm gonna put up with your bullshit for 1 second. Oh, it was great. It was glorious. Divine. We are Deciphered. You're getting a lot of thanks, by the way. Just FYI. Got a lot of thanks in the chat of people just shouting you out and saying thank you for y'all's reaction to Let God Sort Them Out. Again, well deserved. I said it. I said it before Malice said it. I said it. I'm just playing. And then there's this biscuit head ass motherfucker. Crusty lips. First of all, Jim Jones just crying. And who's surprised? There's not much to say there. He's been crying. He's going to continue crying. But again, Travis pops out. What is it with these motherfuckers on the ageism? Travis also said they're old. basically. And nigga, you are 34 years old. You have 2 children. Also, if that doesn't teach you adulthood, killing people should man you up. That should man you up. That should clarify priorities. Apparently fucking not. I'm sorry, Lesbian Airways. Like 34? Wait a minute. Yes. Owls. Someone called him Cricket Face, and I can't unsee it. Wow. Kiki, I'm younger than everyone shading this album, and it's the best album of the 3. Oh, God. I don't care. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter who cares. Not in Grammys. That ain't never gonna happen. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. "34." That's right, Fateless. Travis is older than Tyler. No doubt Tyler sent Justin a text message and said, "Bro, pull your shit together." Again, these are grown men. "34 years old and he's calling Pusha T old. Grow the fuck up, dog. You're 34." I absolutely loathe, but I'm putting it up here not because I loathe it, but because you reminded me of what it was that he actually said. It was something about YNs. I hate that term YNs because I've literally seen non-black people say, "No, it's kosher, bro. It's kosher for us." Say it again. Betty right there. A motherfucker tested me just the other day in my own yard. Betty right there. Say it again. Shit. But anyway, yes, he did. Yes, he did say something about YNs. And I just said, these niggas are so immature and just bucket dumb. Bucket fucking dumb. Bucket dumb. If you want to know the image in my head, when I say bucket dumb, open some app on your phone where you can get GIFs from. Type in polar bear and bucket. You're going to see an adorable polar bear with a green bucket on its head. That bucket. Dumb. Dumb. Bucket dumb motherfuckers. There he is, Polar Bear Bucket. Yeah, so the lack of, first of all, people just jumping out to talk shit. Again, Justin, uh, that boy needs to pull his shit all the way together. His public woe is me is insulting, and I'm sick of it. It's insulting, and I'm sick of it. There he is. Alan right there. Dumb as a fucking bucket. I just cannot. I just can fucking not with these people. And I'm sure I'm sure there are going to be more because these people are so insecure. I don't believe that they believe in themselves, because when you believe in yourself, you don't have to talk about the next man. We gonna talk about him after this. we gonna talk about that one dude with the fake abs trying to fly around like he. What's that? What's that baddie in Spider-Man? Green Goblin. Yeah, yeah. Angie lady, strong people don't have to stand on someone else to feel tall. A bar. A fact. And then the other thing, oh God, oh, okay. We're going to talk about Drake a little bit because this nigga really pissed me off. Drake said over the weekend that the UK rappers are better than American rappers. And, people were saying he settled the debate. First of all, there is no debate. There's never been a debate. There is no debate about whose rappers are better or whose rap is better, America or the UK. Literally never. That's not a real thing. What is a real thing is Drake's constant effort to try and commodify and generalize, simplify American Black art. It is a core tenet of colonization and cultural theft is imitation. Well, if they can do it, or if a white girl from the South with an ass can twerk, then it's for everybody. Where it came from doesn't even matter. Like, he needs rap. He psychologically needs rap to not be something that is unique to Black America. Because if that's true, then there is a point at which he knows, and he knows this is why he's suing like a little bitch boy, that he can't pass. You might get into the gate. You might get into the castle. But there is an inner sanctum that you can't breach. Skin color doesn't grant you access to that. He needs rap to be everybody's and anybody's thing. He needs anybody other than Black people in America to do it best. There is no world in which Drake has the power to declare or decide or shift the view of where rap comes from. He doesn't have the power to do that. But in his mind, being able to make declarations like that, he thinks he does have the power to wave a wand. Oh, rap is a UK thing. It's not an American thing. Have you lost your motherfucking mind? I was so disgusted by that comment. We'll talk about all the other ways in which Wireless Fest was a fucking shit show for Drake later. But yeah, I just thought to myself, this nigga really does hate us. This nigga really can't stand us, child. All right. Yes, I will be pausing. Maybe. I don't know. I always think I'm going to do it a lot, and then I don't do it very often, and people are like, your reactions are boring. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. All right. Well, like I said, I haven't watched it. Thank you for the super sticker, Spencer. Appreciate you, beautiful. Audio should be working all good. Everything's set up all proper like. Yep. Chains and Whips, official music video, Pusha T and Malice featuring Kendrick Lamar, the Bompton assassin. What? Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. Okay, who's the precious baby? Oh man, the deep dive on this is going to be a deeper dive. Like I said, I haven't looked at anything. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
What?
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but he's the elephant. You chase chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle.
That's the worst feeling. That's the worst feeling.
John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals and bomb and blow. They now viewing you. They never find a gun, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he's dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't driving the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
You know, get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they ignore his voice and then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is jinka. God gave me life. A good year full of free will. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life.
Grinding, you know what I keep in the lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding, you know what I keep in the lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding.
That's Virginia. That was genius.
And then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit.
Ooh.
All that talent must
man,
be
I feel
God
so
sent.
validated right
I send
now.
your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids.
Black women getting a lot of shine in this video.
Sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is jinka. God gave me light. A good year full of free will. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life.
Got you.
Wow. What did they say? And they ignore his voice, and then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
grinding. You know what I keep in the lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding, grinding. You know what I keep in the lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding.
Oh man, Black people are incredible. Wow. Well, yeah, they did that. They did that. Their Tiny Desk has to be over 1 million views by now. You know, there are some times when he says some stuff, I'm like, I feel validated. I feel validated. I really do. Yep. Is that 1.3? Yeah. Yeah, well deserved. Very well deserved. Mod said, get it up there, get it up there. Yeah, it's a gorgeous video. It really is. It's noir avant-garde. I don't know if anybody's ever mashed those two together. But there it is. It's noir avant-garde. Yep. I just having a woman lip syncing Kendrick and then the baby at the end was just like, these niggas are really just playing with everybody. They playing with their food, they playing with his food, they playing with everybody. I'm gonna take that, Evan Sweet. I'm gonna take that. Roll out. Now we just all up in it, you know? Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. I just remain so like happy. I really do. I'm just happy. I'm happy for everybody. I'm happy for everybody who's involved with the video. I'm happy for We Are Deciphered. I'm happy for Clipse. I'm happy for everybody. Yep. I'm happy for the people who are having a meltdown. I'm happy for the people who are getting checked. We need more of that. We need more. I started to say this earlier, but I just got distracted by fanning out over it. But the Malice Leonard interaction was like, it felt like deja vu. It felt like deja vu of a time gone by where there were a lot of people in the industry who would bring that kind of energy. I'm here, don't fuck with me. And that's been pacified largely. And that's why we have so much fucking coonery. So yeah, the whole situation just super refreshing. And I don't care who kicks and screams about it. I really don't. You know I don't give a shit about Justin Bieber. You know I don't give a shit about Jim Jones because I was like, I forgot that nigga even existed. And I for damn sure don't give a damn about a grown man with 2 kids who, this is his priority in life. You must be fucking joking. So I don't care who kicks and screams about it. That's just more like, oh, they're throwing themselves on the bonfire. That is watch the party die. Just, I'm a hater, and then they're just jumping off the roof of the rap hater, frat house right into the bonfire. Yeah, burn baby burn. I'm fine with it. I really am. But that doesn't make some of it any less shocking because Justin Bieber, I was like, boy, if you don't sit down and shut the whole fuck up, you must be joking. No, baby. No, you got lost. Go keep that with the white people. No. All you do is buy niggas. You better get away from me. Shoot. So did Doechii. She gave us a good one. Yep. Tours are killing it. I mean, keeping my timeline all kinds of fed. J.E. says, I also can't imagine seeing people older than you in a craft that's stereotypically only for young people excelling and being mad. How does that not make you hopeful? Well, first of all, because they have yet to realize that they're going to get old. They're still, I'm getting older. Yeah, and one day you can open your eyes and you can be old. That's it. You old and everything after that. You old. I just don't understand. I do. So I'm being rhetorical. I do understand it. But I'll rephrase. I think it's pathetic to, and this is not limited to Justin Bieber. This is just for anybody. And I, felt the same way when Kendrick got the goddamn Super Bowl. That was the last time we had a seismic meltdown of the, of the ecosystem. And I think it's great that so many people are uncomfortable. I think that's great. Because this isn't even pressure. This isn't pressure. They perceive it as pressure. Because they know their shit's no good. In comparison, it's ass. But it shouldn't be pressure if you believe in yourself. It has nothing to do with you. Because you're on your own shit. But no. No. This right here. Life is one big party when you're still young. But who's going to have your back when it's all done? It's all good when you're little. You have pure fun. Can't be a fool, son. What about the long run? Yeah, these cats are not thinking about that. They're really not. And like I said, Justin's got bigger problems, you know. His God is failing him. So he really needs to focus on that. Keep black people's names just the whole fuck out of his mouth. Period. Travis needs to get a job. I said what I said. Takver returns. Tantrums because mediocrity isn't going to cut it anymore. Yeah. And they've known that for a minute. This is a continuation. This is a continuation of where the meltdown started. The meltdown started last year in the midst of the beef when they saw their cookie cutter model of the standard get flambéed in front of the entire world, melted down to just a little nub of nasty, noxious old plastic. They've been crying ever since. They've been crying ever since. It's hilarious. Oh my God. I don't know why has this never occurred to me? Nickelodeon. Travis should sell lip balm like Kylie. Why? This seems like a slam fucking dunk. Then again, he likes being a crusty nigga. You know how I know? Because he's a crusty nigga and people do what works for them. So, stay crusty. We are deciphered. Absa said, I know where you're delicate. Well, oh gosh. I think it is fantastic. I really do. I hope y'all are taking notes. I hope y'all are taking notes. This isn't even pressure. These niggas is snatching it and piling it on themselves and then lashing out. They're not going to be good in a crisis. Okay? When it hits the fan for real, they're not going to respond well. Hi, Luna Lemon 11. The ones that heard Meet the Grams took it personally, right? Somebody's mama, thank you for the $2 contribution. Does Travis know that 34 isn't young? Yeah, no. Again, I don't like the YN term. But if I were going to define an age, it's under 25. It's under 25. Humphrey, this is what happens when we've been in the it's not that deep climate for too long. And thankfully, not all of us have been there. But there's a good segment of folks that are was writing about this over the weekend for the second book. What it is to be in the midst of the age of stupid, which feels like a fixed state, but it's not. It's part of an overall arc. But it's and we don't all subscribe to it, but we all feel the effects of it. And those kinds of people are maddening. And just people that don't want to grow up and be responsible. And then get mad at other people who are behaving in mature, responsible ways. It makes me think of Derby when he had the falling out with the Biscuit Head Brigade, and he was saying like, well, I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun and joke around. Admittedly, these people don't know him personally. They're not that familiar with him. And they have business platforms. And he's like, well, I'm just in it for this, that, and the other. And I just did. You are an adult. You can't be upset that even older adults engaged you as an adult in the way that they did. This wasn't hobby talk. This wasn't kick it with the friends talk. But that struggle permeates our society of people who don't want to be adults. They don't want to have adult responsibilities. They don't want to have adult relationships. They want things to be fun and not that deep. That's not the world we live in. And it is a privilege to just and turn your head. You're weak as a person. Travis is weak as a person. He revealed that day one of my words, my opinion, contributing to the deaths of children at his own goddamn show. Revealed it day one. I will never forget that. Ever. I will never forget how he conducted himself day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Failed to convince anybody that he gave a shit. Failed to convince anybody that he gave a shit. And so fast forward, and this is your priority, this little petty dumb shit and ageism of nigga, if you don't sit down and shut the fuck up, where are your kids at? Stupid. His actions during the concert as well. Right. So he just disgusts me in general anyway. But so any pathetic, even seemingly frivolous, stupid behavior like this, for me is always amplified through the lens of you don't have your priorities straight to begin with, and you don't take shit seriously as an adult. And you've got some motherfucking nerve talking about grown ass men and trying to insult them for being grown ass men. I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. We're very lucky to have this Clipse album. And I'm so grateful that it has come for me at a time where I've just had my own epiphanies about what it means to be older in the culture, as I am almost 50. And what it means to be an older artist in the culture and contribute to rap. And what is that contribution? That contribution is wisdom. At the end of the day, it's wisdom. That's the contribution. And it is desperately, sorely needed. And I think you got to be a pathetic motherfucker to listen to that album from beginning to end. If you listen to it from beginning to end, which I don't really know if he did. I bet you he didn't finish listening to the first song because he's a bitch boy. But you can't listen to that album from beginning to end and then say, these old ass niggas don't have shit to contribute to rap and ain't nobody checking for this. How fucking dare you? We're all checking for this because we've been through this. When I hear Malice talking about finding his dad, I'm thinking about family members who have found older family members dead. I'm thinking about people in my family who were married, the same thing, basically. One passed and then shortly thereafter the other passed. And they were together for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. That's real life. It's actually extremely relatable for a lot of people. We hear people rap about it? No. Damn, I had a dad. Took me out in my live reaction. Damn, I had a dad. Is sadly / beautifully one of the most profound things anybody has ever said. So even watching men who had a dad react to the song, watching men who are dads listen to this song and realize the continuation of their own existence and the perception of them. That child that you are parenting right now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, damn. You are their dad. And they might not put it in a rap song, but they're going to talk about you. They are going to tell other people about their dad. Their dad. Kiki, I think this is an issue with a lot of them. Kiki says Travis is going to have to come to terms with the fact that he can't make the music he makes forever, which is why he acts like he's still young. If you want to last, you have to evolve. He doesn't want to. That's Drake. That's so many of them. So many of them. It's Future. There's so many who are trying to prove a relevance to an age demographic. And that never works. That never works forever. Ever. Never works forever. So it's a failed strategy. But when you're more celebrity and entertainer than you are artist, it's easier to get stuck in that strategy. Because then you're just looking for what's the next hot thing that the kids like, instead of evolving who you are, what you like. Do you like it? Right? So, yeah, I think that's a plague of hip hop and pop music. Britney, what's Britney going to do if she ever decides to sing again? Rhetorical question. Oh yeah, T-Bella. It's a big shut the fuck up from Gen X. It's a big shut the fuck up. You know, I mean, I have people tell me all the time, I'm too old to be on the internet. I get comments like, you know, shut up, old lady, nobody's listening to you, or shut up, old lady, nobody thinks you're, you know, sexy, gorgeous, nobody wants to fuck you, was the comment. And baby, that's not true. But I get stuff all the time. You're not welcome here because you're not 25. And you've lied in every single goddamn live stream where you've declared titties and then never shown them. All right. Let's see if I can make a quick adjustment to my audio settings. Y'all let me know if you start to hear a loud roo sound, and I'll turn it off if you do, but it's getting hot in here. It's finally starting to warm up in this bitch. Okay, it's whirring quite loudly for me. So if you can hear it, let me know and I'll turn it off. But if you're good, then thank God. So I'm starting to sweat. Lakia, hi, beautiful. First time here. That was cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. BX Finest, hey, beautiful. I see what you did there. Yeah, you know, I try and keep it fresh. Thank you, Jana. Thank you. Salute to the elder millennials. Salute to to Gen X, boy, we really are a goat fucking generation as far as I'm concerned. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. First of all, we birthed two great generations. Yes, we sure did. We are a sandwich generation, if ever there was one. Yeah. We are the link. We are the connecting tissue between the analog and the digital. We hold that memory. We hold that memory from 8-track to MP3. Wouldn't change it for the world. Salute to the motherfucking grown-ups. Yeah. Yeah, we really did the damn thing. We're continuing to do the damn thing. Claudia, we know where the save icon comes from. Oh gosh, we remember DOS. We went from the large floppy soft to the small floppy hard. Yeah. To the cloud. You can't tell me shit. Okay? You can't tell me shit. You really can't tell me shit. We remember writing an 8-hour program. Oh my God. Oh God. This is like when somebody said Bartles and James. I'm having flashbacks. We remember writing an 8-hour program to make a picture of a fucking flower. This is facts, baby. This is facts. This is facts. We used to have to sit by the radio with a recorder or our phone, depending on what age we were, waiting for the song to come on so that we could record it. Yeah, I'm just really appreciative of being grown. And I'm appreciative of grown folks' music. This is grown folks' music. Like God Sort of Mad is definitely grown folks' music. And there always needs to be grown folks' music. And they need to put some respect on grown folks' music these days, because we respected grown folks' music growing up. We knew what they played after we went to bed. Or what they played Saturday and Sunday morning while they were cleaning. It's grown folks' music, and you respect it. And this is grown folks' music, and you fucking respect it. Oh my gosh, I love this song. And then there's this. We had to write down, you had to listen to a song and over and over again and write down the lyrics. Oh God, I had so many songs where I wrote a verse or the whole song in my little diary. Coach Tut, I had books of lyrics. I found my DJ Quick book yesterday. 76, baby. Grown folks music. Yeah. Yeah. Those late 70s are good years. Produced good stock. Yes, we are. I had a rhyme book. Yeah. It's pretty good. So many composition books with lyrics. Yes. Yep. I remember the first time I saw a record player. Yeah. It was right before I was adopted because it was on a visitation to the home of the people who wound up adopting me. It was the first time I saw a record player and a lot of records of literally every genre. And then I had me a little 45 player as a little kid. Whitney Houston was one of my very, very first albums in my own little personal collection. Oh my gosh. We used to do this too. D-Lo Design. This is fucking facts. This is fucking facts. This is before DVR. Or if you had to leave, like you got to go to church on Sunday, so you can't, right? There's something going on. You have a game. Somebody has a game. Your brother has a stupid softball game you got to go to. So you would just put a tape in the VCR, put it on your channel, and just press record and leave. And pray to God that when you got back to that tape and watched it, whatever it was that you really wanted to capture was on it. The worst is when you get to the very end of the tape and then the thing that you were hoping to see comes up and then the tape runs out. That's the worst. Oh, yeah. Trying to learn choreography from the music videos. Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul. Yeah, I was insufferable. Insufferable. Yeah. We are a goated generation. MC Hammer was another one. Boys to Men. New Edition. Michael, obviously. Yeah. All right, we got a little bit of time left. What else is going on? I posted a link earlier. See if I can grab it. I'm trying to get y'all's final votes on which cover for the next book, which is basically done. I just sent away yesterday for the first mock-ups. I just have to write the end of the book when the decision on the motion to dismiss comes down. So, yeah, pre-sale is going to start soon. Maybe this week if I can get everything together. But pre-sale will start soon for signed copies. May be able to bring back some signed copies of the first book as well, which I said I would look at when the second book was coming out. So still looking at it. More possible than it was a couple weeks ago. But yeah, so if you haven't already, vote on which cover. It's neck and neck between cover number 1 and cover number 3. I know there are some people who really love cover number 2. I do too. But I don't think it's going to win. It's going to be number 1 or number 3. So don't vote here, vote over there. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on in my spare time. Crisscross is another one that was really good. Emphasize, I really miss Saturday morning cartoons. I really do. We Are Deciphered when the commercials told you what time it was at night. Yep. Hi, J. Ray. Jodeci in the desert in full leather outfits. Yes, child. Che, I sometimes wish I was a 90s teen. It looked fun. I mean, it was super dangerous, but it was also really fun. Little bitty one, Tony. Oh, classic forever. Ever. Oh, I watched Saved by the Bell. I watched all of them. I watched it wasn't Drake's, because I'm old. So it wasn't the Drake version, but I watched Degrassi. I'm very close to, I'm pretty close to Canada, so we could get it down here. So I don't remember which generation it was, because it was like the longest running show in Canada. But yeah, I watched it as a little kid. And then we had America also had the dopest fucking after school specials in the 80s, and they would rerun them over the weekends. I mean, riveting drama. There were definitely things that, I think they were really still working out the rating system for content in the 80s. Because I definitely saw things that I, quote unquote, should not have seen just on network television in the middle of the day. Some of it designed for children. Was like, wow. And some of those episodes still stick in my head today of like some of the best shit I ever saw on television. Tilo Design, thank you. Princy Fund. Oh my God. Okay, guys, let's talk about Princy. Okay, so right here, literally right next to me, is the back door to the patio. And I'm pretty much the only one with a patio. This isn't my place, but this place is the only one with a patio that you can really actually spend some time on comfortably. So I've got a little, little patio with a little bit of seating out here. And then there's a fence. It's pretty tall. It's taller than me. I'm 5'5", 6 or whatever. So there's a fence, but it has an opening, right? And I've got like some lattice wood hung up as just kind of like a deterrent, and then a bunch of signs of video recording and you will be shot. Don't come up on here. But anyway, the open the opening goes to here, which is actually the side of this place. And there's grass there. And then there's a little pathway, just like a little footpath, and then the next person's place. So going along here, go around over here to the front. So back door here, front door over here. And then, so I've got the little, you know, ramshackle wood kind of hung up. Don't come back here. But I leave a gap at the bottom because that's where the cats come and go from. I've got some big planters there, but they can squeeze between the planters to come into the patio area. So Princy loves the patio. He hangs out on the patio every spring and summer, really enjoys it. It's one of his favorite spots. Has never walked off the patio, ever. But he watches other cats obsessively come and go. So it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday that for the first time in the entire time we've lived here, Princy walked off the technical patio and was technically on the side of the building. And I was shocked. There's, you know, tall grass growing back there, and he really likes tall grass. So he was right at the threshold point, but was very much like, oh my God, I'm out here. I'm doing it. And I was like, okay, come back, you know. And he was like, there's more grass over there. And I was like, come back. And he came back. So concurrent to this, I've been talking in the Discord about, and I've mentioned it on this channel, about how, you know, Princy's getting older. I know that he wants to adventure, but like he needs a cat stroller. He needs a harness. Those are, you know, not priority purchases right now, but they are on the gift list. They're on the gift list. So, anyway, now he's like, okay. So then yesterday, he goes off the patio again. And this time he's feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit bolder about himself. And he hasn't really like quite gone anywhere. So I'm letting him have it, but calling him back. So now he's got his rhythm is he'll come and he'll outside. He'll sit right by the door, and I leave the door open. He'll sit by the door in like Sphinx cat pose, facing the little exit way, and he just stares at it for like 10-15 minutes. Sniffs the air in that direction, and then he'll turn and stare at me to see what I'm doing. And if I look at him, he'll give me this very specific look like, you're going to ruin my fun. That's the look. You're going to ruin my fun, aren't you? Yeah, you're going to ruin my fun. And then after about 10 to 15 minutes, he just can't take it anymore. And he'll walk over to the other side, and he'll sit there right at the threshold and look at the grass blowing in the wind. Sniffs the air, and he'll look at me again. And then he'll take a couple steps off. So he did that a couple times. I made him come back last night. He was pissed. I made him come back, and I was trying to get him to come inside because it was starting to get dark. And I was like, I need to close the door. I've got stuff to do. And so he flopped down outside in front of the back door, like, no, I'm not going to go, you know? And so I started to walk past him. And then he swiped the shit out of me. And I turned around, and he flopped onto his side. Like, I'm just a baby. Don't hurt me. But his ears were flat back, and he was glaring at me so hard. So on the one hand, he was like, yes, you run this house. On the other hand, he was like, you ruined my fun. You ruined my fun. And I noticed that both days that he decided to venture off was like towards dusk. So I was like, okay, that must be his hour where he, is feeling really good about it. So this morning, first of all, after I brought him in last night, he was forlorn all fucking night. Just forlorn. Just woe is me. I can't go outside. And then this morning, I literally opened my eyes to a cat. Are you going to ruin my fun? Staring at me. It's like, okay. And just, again, because the door is right here and I'm working right here. So he'll just come over and dramatically flop by the door and sigh and then look at me like, did that do anything? So I opened the door this morning. So he goes outside and he's just chilling, and I always get up and check on him pretty much every couple of minutes. So I get up and I go and I look, no Princey. I don't see him anywhere. The doors have sounds on them, right? So I don't see him. So I go straight to the front door, open the front door. It makes a noise. It's like all I got to do is take like 6 steps and I can see this area. So I take those 6 steps real fast. I look over. I don't see anything. I come back in and he's in the back. Like, I'm here. It's fine. I'm here. So I'm like, okay. I go back to doing my work. He does the same thing. He comes over. He sits staring at it. And then after about 10 minutes, he gets up and just walks over. And I'm like, okay, he's probably going to do the same thing. So I let him have it for a couple minutes. And then I get up and I go and I look, no Princey, I don't see him anywhere. I'm like, okay. And then I took a couple steps out onto the patio so that I could get a better vantage point. And I was like, nope, I don't see him. So I beat it to the front door, opened the front door, took my little 6 steps, and I see him in the tall grass on the side, and he sees me. And I'm like, and I'm trying to get my phone out so that I can take a picture so that I can post it in the Discord so that I can show y'all Princey in the tall grass. Like, he looked all cute and stuff, all wild outside. So I go to pull out my phone. I hold up my phone and he turns around and he like starts trotting back, towards the patio. So I'm like, okay. So again, this is just a couple short steps and I'm back inside. And I can see the back door from the front door and vice versa. Clear shot. So, and I'd never closed the front door. So I make my little steps and I come in, close the door, and I'm looking for him and I don't see him. So I keep walking towards the back and I pass the steps upstairs, which are right over here. And it didn't even dawn on me that Princey is a flight up. On the steps, poking out, looking at me like, am I in trouble? Like, I literally kept walking and then I was like, wait a minute. And I turned around, this little niglet is staring down at me like, am I in trouble? And I was like, you got in here and got upstairs so fast. I started cracking up and he was like, oh, I'm not in trouble. Came right back downstairs, walked right back outside, went and sat right at the edge. I was like, I'm gonna need you. I knew I had some meetings starting. So I was like, no, I'm gonna need you to come inside. And he was totally fine with it this time. I got no swipes this time when I told him to come inside. He actually, one of y'all bought him a toy off of the list. And he came inside and immediately was like, I'm going to play with my toy. I was like, oh, he's in a good mood. He had fun outside. So yeah, there's a harness on there on the list now. And at some point in time this year, I'm going to leave that list up because at some point in time, somebody is going to buy Princey that cat stroller. And it's on like popcorn from there. There will be pictures and video on a constant basis. But yeah, after almost 6 years of living here and him never stepping foot off of that back patio, today or over the weekend, he was like, well, I guess that's how you do it. I mean, he's been watching since last November No, since the November before. God damn. Oscar's been coming around for a minute. Yeah, this is Oscar's fault, basically, because he went the exact same way that Oscar comes and goes. Cut through the exact same two planters to go back there. I was like, this is from him watching Oscar come and go, that he was just like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm like, it's okay for you to go to the side as long as you come right back. I am keeping a real close eye and not letting him get too comfortable, though, because it's all good when nothing spooks him. But Princy's still a skittish boy and thinks everything is a zombie apocalypse. So my concern is when something loud happens near him, what's he going to do? Is he going to immediately turn around and book it home, or is he going to panic and go in a different direction? If he panics and goes in a different direction, we've got a serious fucking problem. But if he's just like, I'm out of here, and usually he's preemptive. Usually he's like, I heard something, goodbye, and he just leaves. But you know, sometimes he gets curious and wants to see, what was that? What's going on? Da, da, da. So that's my concern, is I don't want him to be out there taking his first little steps and then, you know, somebody slams their fucking garbage bin and he's like, I'm out, this motherfucker. Because I know cats can move fast and I know Princey can move fast, but I was reminded this morning when I was like, no way that nigga is already inside and upstairs. Like, oh shit, here comes my mom. It's just like, wow, that's fast. Wow, that's fast. No. Are you trying to tell me something, or are you just asking? Oh shit. Okay, it's not a big deal, so I wouldn't. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, there is an update on the Drake docket. I've got a massive fucking bill, so I'm being real selective about what I'm purchasing and not purchasing right now, but let me look. It's not a decision. If that's what folks are asking, it's not a decision. It's a subpoena issue for a third-party witness. They're trying to serve somebody a subpoena, and they are not testifying. They are submitting to the court that they need to do so via alternative means. So it's not a decision. It's just they're trying to serve somebody a subpoena for some documents in their case. And they've submitted a bunch of stuff to the court to show that they have not been able to do so through the primary preferred means. And so they are motioning the court for permission to serve this person through alternative means. And yeah. I'm downloading the full thing. Give me a second. They've included the subpoena. This is about bots. Payola. I need to look up it to see who this is because I don't. Know who this is, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be relevant. Allegedly, per something I just found on the internet. I don't understand exactly what his relationship is to this situation. I'm sure others will weigh in on it, and I'm not going to dig into it at this point in time, or probably at all. But he does have a history of accusations of theft and intimate physical abuse. He has been subpoenaed for documents relating to payola and other such things. Thank you, beautiful. You're a real one. I appreciate you. And again, let me get back to this document. Let me make sure I downloaded it because I just paid for it. Right now, I'm just looking at the attachments to see if there's anything else that's noteworthy besides what they're asking for. They want 10 things. Documents and communication relating to payment by UMG, its agents, or anyone related to Kenny, to you or anyone on behalf of you for playing, promoting, or recommending the recording, image, or video. Payola violations regarding any musical works by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Payment and reimbursement of marketing funds. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Bots for any musical works by Kendrick. All communications between you and Anthony Saleh related to the recording. I'm assuming this person has something, is either independent altogether or has something to do with PG Lang. But this is all video bots payola, video bots payola. Why? Okay, well, this is something that is very interesting in this document. This is Drake's amended initial disclosures. I don't know why they would feel like they needed to include this in this filing or what its relevancy is. So what that means is these are questions were posed by UMG to Drake. These are interrogatories. Are these interrogatories? Well, they're disclosures. So as we talked about in the Rodney O situation, there's the question and then the answer. So he sent in he sent them a first round of answers, and then he amended his answers, and for whatever reason they've attached a copy of Drake's answers to UMG. So this list is the question is, provide the name and, if known, the address and telephone number of each individual likely to have discoverable information, along with the subjects of that information that the disclosing party may use to support its claims or defenses, unless the use would be solely for impeachment. Drake, UMG, Ramon Alvarez, Kojo, this dude, Jordan Bell, urban influencer, marketing at Interscope, Steve Berman, Anthony Butcher, Tiffany Bullock, Laura Carter, Jesse Collins. I just want to see if he put Kendrick's name on here. But this is who Drake identifies as having firsthand knowledge and or access to information. He's got the NFL on here. He's got the Grammys on here. He's got PG Lang, Rock Nation, title. Vivo, YouTube. Second question has to do with a copy or a description by category and location of all documents electronically stored. A computation of each category of damages claimed by the disclosing party. Plaintiff is seeking declaratory relief, injunctive relief, and monetary damages. Plaintiff need not prove actual damages to establish liability. He's not putting any numbers to it at this stage. Okay, they ask about the insurance company and any insurance agreement that may be liable to satisfy all or part of a judgment. We talked about this, the role of insurance companies. He did not provide an answer. But that was interesting. I guess they just wanted to put that list of every fucking buddy out there. Because I don't understand why this is attached, but okay. I guess because they identified the dude that they want permission to serve through alternate means in the list that they included. What is this? UMG's initial disclosures. This is who UMG says is likely to have direct information. So we saw Drake's list of people, and then this is UMG's. UMG's list is very small. Drake's list was 3 or 4 pages. UMG's list is less than a page and a half. They named Drake and they named Kendrick. I feel very, very good right now. I'm going to go back to my video about when does Kendrick get involved in this situation and who drags him into it. I said it would be UMG, and I went through percentage probabilities of at what stage UMG tags Kendrick into this situation to get a sworn deposition or some such other thing from him. Drake put PG Lang. They put Kendrick. They put Kendrick. If a mod could find that video, it's not the why Drake can sue UMG but can't sue Kendrick. It's not that one. It's the other one, but it was they were released on the same day, I believe. So they put Kendrick. So UMG puts Kendrick on the list. That's fantastic. Also really appreciate now knowing who Kendrick's lawyer is so I can know, as lawyers and things hit various dockets for various lawsuits around Kendrick or any music he has contributed to, I know what name to look for. Brian Kaplan. Got it. Thanks. Oh, look at that. The same law firm that's representing UMG. So Kendrick is contactable through UMG's attorneys on this matter. Well, isn't that just delightful? Makes a lot of sense. Okie dokie. Based upon the information now reasonably available to UMG, this is UMG saying this. UMG states that it has in its possession, custody, or control the following categories of documents that it may use to support its defense, unless the use would be solely for impeachment: contracts and agreements between UMG and Drake, and documents concerning UMG's contractual relationship with Drake. Oh, I love this so fucking much. I love this so much. The other recordings in Drake's and Lamar's rap feud, and documents concerning the distribution, marketing, and promotion of the other recordings in the feud. They are in possession of the petition that Drake signed, Protect Black Art. Other recordings by Drake and documents concerning the same. News reports and documents concerning Drake's relationships with and behavior with and around minors. The criminal charges and conviction of Baka Not Nice. I wonder if they actually got charging documents and the like. That would be fantastic. Including but not, criminal charges and convictions of Baka Not Nice. And 3, the rap feud between Drake and Lamar, including but not limited to the documents appended. Okay, we're going to talk about this probably more tomorrow. These are attorney's eyes only, so they're only available at the attorney's office. UMG disputes plaintiff has suffered any damages. UMG reserves the right to seek attorney's fees, costs, and disbursements to the extent permitted under law. UMG will make available for inspection and copying any insurance agreement under which an insurance business may be liable to satisfy all or part of a possible judgment in this action, or to indemnify or reimburse for payment made to satisfy the judgment. So this is an affidavit from the private process server, an affidavit of due diligence explaining that she is not a party or otherwise interested in this matter. She's the custodian of records of Capital Process Services. She has been unable to serve Kojo Asamoah with the above named process, and goes through the history. In March, the entire month of March, I don't think they've put eyes on him. It doesn't look like they've ever physically caught up with this person to try and serve them. Affidavit of due diligence by a private investigator. Nardello and Company, that has been retained by Drake's counsel to perform investigative services in connection with his contract with Drake. They've not been able to identify a reliable physical location for this person. They have found family members or people they believe to be family members. And I've got a bunch of sensitive information in there about vehicles. Yeah, we'll probably talk about this more tomorrow because, damn it, I've blown past my 2-hour mark already. But I just wanted to skim this and see what's the most interesting. Okay. Thank you, King Link, for the message in the Discord. I actually checked. Yeah, that's correct. So, in the link that King Link just dropped in the chat is the video that I was talking about earlier about Kendrick's involvement. Just as the video says, Kendrick's involvement in Drake's UMG lawsuit explained. And yeah, it's a short, it's like 6 minutes. It's a very short video, and I just explained like it's kind of a companion video to the why is he suing UMG and not suing Kendrick video. But I just go through and talk about like Kenny is inevitably going to get tagged into this situation. Drake is going to avoid that like the plague, but there is going to be a certain point where UMG is going to directly, depending on outcome of motion to dismiss and other things, they will directly invoke Kendrick. Before the motion to dismiss, probably not. After the motion to dismiss, if they lose, definitely. Definitely. Especially if they lose on defamation, they will definitely invoke. They'll subpoena him. So, yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. J. Ray, I've been writing about this extensively for the book. The assumption, yes, Drake's assumptions about J. Ray says, I don't think Aubrey understands the difference between his contract and Dot's distribution deal. You are correct, because in Drake's filings, he repeatedly references UMG's standard long form contract, which applies to him as somebody who's under a 360 deal. It doesn't necessarily apply to Kendrick because he's not under a 360 deal. So the projection and assumption is definitely there. It also doesn't matter at this stage in the lawsuit because Drake can say literally, and has, we've seen it, we've read it, we've been dazed by it, can literally say whatever the fuck he wants at the pleading stage. And it doesn't matter if it's true or not. It doesn't matter if it's supported by fact or not. It doesn't matter if there's a broader, more important context or not. For the most part, those things don't come into play until after a motion to dismiss. And he might not know that, but his lawyers do. They're savvy as fuck. And people started off clowning them and, oh, they're just trying to get a check. And they don't. Drake's lawyers are smart as shit. They're smart as shit. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. So, but yes, it's interesting that in that document, UMG is like, well, fuck Kenny's contract, nigga. We gonna use your contract in our defense if so needed. We're gonna use what we know about you in our defense if so needed. It's rough, boy. It's rough. It's rough. But it's also deserved. the fuck he gets. And who's not surprised? Definitely not me. Because it's just a matter of time. And you don't bet on winning a motion to dismiss. You hope that you do, but you plan for war. And that's what both sides are doing. But that's definitely what UMG is doing. They're planning for war. So. J. Ray, the GNX deposition parody has always been genius. It's always been genius because he filmed that shit a long time ago. And he'd been done new. You can't convince me otherwise that he didn't know. And I'm referring to Kendrick. The lengths to which Drake was going to try and get Not Like Us unpublished, basically. You can't convince me he didn't know. He knew as it was happening. He knew that Drake wanted a disclaimer on the song before we knew Drake wanted a disclaimer on the song. And we know that because he put it in a fucking music video. Said, here, bitch. Here's your little disclaimer. He is mocking that man around the planet. Around the whole globe, he's mocking that man. I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they like to sue. He done been new from jump. And he don't give a shit because Drake is not his mission. He busy. He busy. Yeah, he busy. Okay, so Queen Medina brings up something fantastic. This is a wonderful way to end the live. I want y'all to have at it, okay? Because I want to put it in the book. Legal pad lobbery. Now, lobbery is in the book. That's the name of chapter 1 is lobbery. But I want y'all to drop all the little nicknames for Drake in the chat. All the little nicknames that have come up over the last year plus. I want you to drop your favorite ones. We got Audrey. We got Lobbery. We got Dracarin. We got all kinds of, and I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss one. You know, well, I'm definitely going to miss something, but I've got a better chance of capturing some of the best if I, crowdsource. Hive mind with y'all. Skylar, Snowwalker. Okay, all right now. That's a different level, but it's okay. I'm going to let you have it. Petition Poppy. We got all kinds of things. So Labretta is hilarious. YouTube unfolded colonizer. Baby, you already know. Fraudry, that's one. Fraudry. I was trying, and this is why I was trying to think of this the other night, and I was like, I'm gonna have to ask the chat to just dump your faves in, because I know, like Pokemon, y'all will catch them all, or most of them. Pat Down Poppy. I think Pat Down Poppy is in the first book. I can't remember if Pat Down Poppy is in the first book, but I'm gonna either sprinkle them throughout, or I'm just gonna mash them all together in a certain section. Just, again, just, for the sake of history, I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to capture all of these things for the sake of history, right? I volunteer as tribute. Champagne Paperwork. Oh, that's a good one. Susie cries a lot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Andrea speaks. I think I'm the only one calling him Susie cries a lot. That's okay. Abri. Yes, I did see Abri. Oh, thank you, Kiki. Yeah, Abri. Abri is a wild one. Here's another one. Here's another question for you. Keep them coming, though. Keep them coming. So I told y'all that I've got that there's going to be QR codes in the book, and I'm trying to figure out which reaction to the story of Adonis, no, the story of Adidon, sorry, to potentially QR code into the book if I have space. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do Vibe Villa or Laws Twins. So if you have an opinion that you would like to share, drop that in the chat as well. Or if there's another where you're like, but what about, make sure it's not a biscuit head ass motherfucker, drop it in the chat as well. I think Vibe Villa is taking the lead right now. Just for me personally, both of those channels were on the very short list of channels that inspired me to, you know, start a channel. But yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Laws Twins, but the Vibe Villa reaction. First of all, goddamn, I'm old. It's so crazy to see people who have been on YouTube for so goddamn long. I'm like, they look like babies to me now, but boy, they look like tadpoles back then. All right, I'm seeing a lot of Vibe Villa. I think it's gonna be Vibe Villa. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Vibe Villa. Thank you for your input and your feedback and your support. And as I said, on the post tab right now is vote for the cover. So vote for the cover. Look out for more information later this week about pre-sales for signed copies. Yeah, guys, that's about it. This has been cool. It's been great to see you. If you haven't already, today, tomorrow, this week, remember, watch We Are Deciphered's reaction. Shout out to the fellas. We will probably convalesce again tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna be, you know, like I said, I RSVP'd to the live listening sesh. If you're looking for the link, you can find it on Clipse YouTube channel. You can go in and RSVP for the live that they're going to have in a couple hours, 3 hours, I think. Something reasonable at a reasonable hour on a Monday. So I hope to see some of y'all there. I hope you have a good rest of the day. I hope it's chill, you know. I hope it's very demure, very respectful. If you see any other fucking psychotic crash outs, come on over to the Discord, post them there. We'd love to follow along with that. And yeah, we'll reconvene mañana to talk about what's happened in between now and then. I appreciate you all. See you soon. Be gentle with yourselves. Don't put up with no bullshit. Take care. Peace.